Hello and welcome to a belated Friday with Fiona. And today's projects, I'm focusing on the Nature Walk Designer Series paper, and I've written out, print is so small, I've written out all the colours. So some beautiful colours. Blueberry Bushel, I haven't used that. I've used Pretty Peacock, and I've used, it's funny, I thought it was Secret Sea, but actually under the light now it looks like Night of Navy. So yeah, anyway, and Cloud Cover, and Pecan Pie. So yeah, so I'm focusing on the designer series paper, and for my sentiments and also for my leaves, it does come with a bundle, a stamp set and dies, which is predominantly leaves. And as I already had this one, I thought I would stick with it. So I'm using the Greenery Lane. Hopefully I've got everything ready. I've got two cards which I've prepped. This one I've cased from Rachel Tessman, and it's using the Heartfelt Hexagon punch, and I just thought it was really fun the way she's punched out these and just made like a mosaic almost. So I really like that. And then that is the Greenery Lane excuse me, tree branch, which I've stamped and die cut. And then the second one, I thought it was Secret Sea, but I'm thinking now it's Night of Navy, and this is Smoky Slate, and then the ribbon is Cloud Cover, and then there's silver and the dots. And then the third one I'm going to make on the fly because I haven't made it. I've just got everything ready, so I'm going to do that now. So let's do card one, which is probably, it's not hard, it's just obviously there's a lot of bits to it. So I've gone ahead and punched out my hexagons, okay, and I'm going to, and I've also stamped in Pretty Peacock and die cut my branch, and then I've got a white hexagon to stamp my sentiment on. So I think what I do actually is I think I stamp the sentiment first. Let's get the Pretty Peacock and my positioning tool. I have to say I'm using this, I don't know when I last got a block out, actually not since I've had this. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to line up, you can see that's another new stamp set that I've been playing with. So let's line this up in the middle. Actually, let's see where that's going to, I usually line up my paper and then put the thing on, and I have to move it. So let's do that this time. Okay, and I want thank you. Just doing some thank you cards. Can't go wrong with thank you cards. And I have to say I'm probably going to need some. Everybody's being so... Right, put that in the middle. Just going to line that up again because I've moved the magnets and it's moved the card. So I'm lining it up through this black line. Line my thank you up. And then put that there and that there. Okay. Right. And then I've got my Pretty Peacock. Oh, there's exciting news. There's some new type stamp pads coming. So next week is On Stage, which is Stampin' Up's annual kind of conference get together. Ours is in Cologne, unfortunately. I would love to go, but it's also my wedding anniversary on the Sunday. And as you probably know, my husband's in hospital at the moment, so even if I had been going, I would have had to cancel. But they will be launching new products, a new catalogue, and we're going away from the annual catalogue. We're going to have 3 catalogues a year, and none of them will overlap, so it will make my life a lot easier not having loads of products overlapping. So there we go, I've just stamped that. I might do all my stamping now, actually. So that's for that one. And then this one, it's the same thank you, but it's in a different colour, and it's in Secret Sea. Let's line that up there. Clean that, and then I'm going to do, and then I think my third one I will do as well, and then I can start putting everything together. I do apologise if I'm a bit all over the place. Let's see. Okay. Stamp that. And I need to move that up a bit. I kind of want it in the middle. Oh, it might help if I put my glasses on. I put them hanging off my jumper instead of on my face. So, right, let me see if that's the right place. It's better, but it's still not right. Okay. I'm just going to ink that up again. Yay. Not quite centered, but that's okay. So that's that one. And then my last one, I'm going to stamp in Early Espresso. I think I'll just do Secrecy as I've got it out. And I'm not using that one. I'm doing it onto this circle, and so I'm using a stamp set which has a circular sentiment. Right, I'm going to get my sentiments all muddled up here. Let's put this one away. Right, so I got distracted. So yeah, new ink pads. So the ink colours will be announced. Well, they've already been announced actually. I haven't posted anything about them yet. I'm being a bit slow at the moment. Yeah. Also, I can't really see a couple of the colours in the photos. There is a green coming, which I'm excited about because I love green. I was hoping that we would get Evening Evergreen. Is it Evening Evergreen? I don't know. It was my all-time favourite green colour. So we're getting new ink pads, and they're just going to be released in the in colours this year. So 5 new in colours, and they're completely different design. They're magnetic, so you will pull them apart. And if you're like me and you have any arthritis in your hands, it's going to be so much easier than this. Doing this. And also I always end up with it over my thumb. I have no idea how to do that, but anyway, and yeah, so they will be coming in, and I'll be able to pre-order them in 10 days time. So yeah, excited about that. Something to look forward to in some not very good times. Right, so that's going to be hopefully, and it says just to brighten your day, and I trust me, I could really do with that right now. I had card from my mum sending me a big hug because she's in Wales, and I had an e-card from a friend, a really lovely one, with some music to calm you. So that was nice, very nice. Thank you, Sue. Okay, just to brighten your day. So that's all my stamping done now. And then we can crack on with the putting together. Just clean this one and move my positioner out of the way. Yeah, as I said, I'm absolutely loving it. So the offer finished when you got your starter kit and you got it. I'm hoping it's going to be in the new May to... Now, hang on, I've got to work this out. I think it's May, June, July. Yeah, May to August. Then it's September, October, November, September to December, and then January to April. So 3 catalogues a year. Okay, let's pop that one away. And that is in Sharing, Loving, Crafting. I'm not sure if it's current or not, but it met my needs. Right, so what have I done with that circle? Oh, it's still on my positioning tool. I told you, I'm sorry, I'm really not with it at the moment. My brain is not functioning. Right, so let's go back to this first one with all the bits. And I'm going to use green glue. Right, now what I did before was just position everything, and then I can work out stick, and then what I did was I positioned everything. I'll do that now. That one can go there. No, that one's going to go there because I've got, okay, they need to go up a bit so that I can get this one on. Right, that one's on there, and that one needs to go up a bit, as does that one. And then that one's going to go there, and just the edge goes off. That bit's going to go, no, let's put this bit on first. And so you can see I'm going to have some overhanging bits, and then I'll just snip those off later. Oh, I just realised I haven't done that on that one. I need to do that. Okay, that's going to fit in there. That's going to fit in there. And then this bit is going to go there. And then my white one is going to go in that hole there. Okay, so now I'm going to start gluing, and I'm going to start with these two main ones, and then everything else around it will fit in. So the colours are really, you've got Blueberry Bushel, which I haven't actually used on this one, but it's one of my favourite blues. Really, really bright. The nearest thing I could equate, Chelsea blue, my husband's football team. Okay. There we go. That's one. And you can just play around with them, get them where you want them. This is a new, I thought it was a new, but maybe it's not. No, it's not new. I thought it was new. I started doing some scrapbooking in the evening, and I've taken one downstairs. Right, just managed to get glue all over me. So let's get the tweezers out. Okay. And line that up. Try and get that. Move those because they're affecting my view. There we go. Okay. So this is probably the hardest part. I mean, it's not hard, it's just fiddly. Yes, I was just checking I was doing it the right way around. Yesterday I'm making my mum's Mother's Day card for next Sunday, and I put it on the, what it was supposed to be the back. It doesn't matter. I can rearrange, you know, the front and back. It's not a big deal, but it's just, yeah, my powers of concentration are all over the place at the moment. This is going to go off, so I need to not do it too far to the edge. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Maybe move that over a bit. There we go. Okay. Right, then this bit is going to go, again, this bit's going to go off the edge as well. So I don't want to go right to the top. Same with this one. And then this one is just going to be that bottom corner. I'll put that there, and then once if I need more, I can add more. Once I've trimmed it. And then you could actually raise that up. I think I might do that actually. I did it flat on that one, but I could actually raise that up. Yeah, let's do that with some dimensionals. Got a little bit of dimensions that I've nearly finished. Oh, there they are. And then I've got some new packs to open. Also, there's going to be some price increases, so I'm stocking up on things like envelopes. They've said some adhesives. I don't know which ones that means. Yeah, let's just finish those. I actually do need some more. My order just came this morning actually, with a fabulous new kit, which is it's not a kit to make on its own. It's to use particularly for home decor, and it's 3 kind of stand-up easels, 2 large ones and 1 medium one. So that just arrived this morning. I haven't even had time to look at it. Okay, I didn't get that straight. There we go. And then that's going to go on. So, and I did put that on with dimensionals. So let's use mini dimensionals for that. Hopefully that's enough dimensionals. Oh, I think I might need one there. That's going to go there. Oh, lovely. Okay, and then I use the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. These are lovely. Really, really like these. Oh yeah, I used Secret Sea. So one big one. And a little one, and then another little one. Oh no, another big one. Let's do another big one. There. Yeah. So far, oh, I haven't done my trimming. Okay, so I'm gonna, yeah, it's all stuck down, and I'm gonna get my little mini guillotine. You could just use scissors. I'm just gonna use my mini guillotine. Yay, there we go. So fun. I really, really like that. Okay, so that's card numero 1. Love the colours, the colour scheme. I'm kind of trying to be a bit more masculine-y. I don't know, that's still too feminine, but this one probably is with the ribbon. So this is a smoky slate base, and what I thought was Secret Sea. I'm not sure. I think that might be Secret Sea going to navy. That's Blueberry Bushel. So yeah, I've got everything ready. So it's in, I didn't tell you, that's card card one is half of A4, so 29.6 by 10.5, scored in half at 14.85. This one is the other way, so it's 21 by 14.8, scored in half at 10.5. That one's white card, so I didn't need an insert. This one I will need an insert, so let me just pop that on to get that out of the way. Okay. And you've got white for your message. Right, let's get my bum folded, give it a bit more of a crease. Okay. And then I've got a piece of designer series paper, which is 10 by 14.3. So that gives me a bit of a smoky slate frame around the outside. I'm finding it so much easier holding it like this. I don't have to keep stopping and starting all the time. Brilliant. It's not going to show an awful lot. It's going to be covered up, so try and get an equal frame around. There we go. And then I've got a piece of smoky slate, which is 8.5 by 12.5. And then this piece is 8 by 12, so just half a centimetre. And I've embossed it with the So Swirly embossing folder. I don't normally do that on designer series paper, but I think you can see it more on the dark side. Yeah, has a lovely effect. And also, this time I just lay everything flat. I'm going to use dimensionals again on this one, just to see if this works. Normally I would use wet glue when I've embossed, but it's designer series paper, so it's not thick. So let's see. And again, I want a frame around. Okay. And get some dimensionals. I'm going to use the edges. Just less to peel off when you, especially if you're doing a big area. I could use the thin strips, but they're a bit thicker, and I don't want it to raise too high because otherwise it'll affect the postage. Okay, and then I will use dimensionals now. One there, one there. Okay, should be enough. Bring my little Jamie pot in. Loving this. I used to use like an empty yogurt pot, but I'll have the lighter bit at the bottom. And then just, oh, I haven't done the ribbon. Let's do the ribbon. So it's the cloud cover faux linen. So it can go there. Just go around and there. Ah. So I forgot to say, this is my Friday with Fiona class to go, which is free. Obviously, you can just watch and use the measurements that I give you. But if you spend £30, or when you spend £30 in my online store, I will send you a kit with everything you need to make these cards. I can't stamp your sentiments for you, but I will die cut. This is from Stylish Shapes. I'll die cut your leaves, and I'm going to pop that straight on. See, that one was one with dimensionals, but this one's going to go straight on, and hopefully hold the ribbon in place as well. Yeah, and as I said, prices are going to go up, so it might be a good time to... Now, I did this one with the adhesive sheet on the back, so just peel that off. And there you go, there's card 2. So that one was laid flat there, and then I raised the sentiment up. This one I've raised the whole thing up, and then I've done the sentiment flat. So, oh, dots. And I've used cloud cover to complement the ribbon. So, oh, it doesn't want to... Jumped off my finger. 1, 2. Okay, so that's card 2. I think I prefer that one with that flat. Okay, so this one I don't have one to show you. I'm just going to make it from scratch. And I've got a basic beige base. Then this is the designer series paper, the Nature's Walk. Could use the grid. Yeah, I might do that actually, because I'm trying to make a masculine card. Just to brighten your day. Yeah, let's do that. I wasn't really sure about that. That looks like crumb cake. And then that's a basic beige circle. And then I've got some twine somewhere. So I'm going to wrap the twine around the middle. I'm going to take that down. Stay. Okay. I'm going to wrap it around a few times. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I did that all wrong, didn't I? I need this to start. I need it to be over here. So let's start again. Let's put some more sticky down. If I'm going to tie a knot, I need to have an end to tie it to. Didn't quite think that through. Okay, so here we go again. Start there. And wrap it round. Once. Twice. Whoops. 3 times. Oh, come on. Three times. It's gone on my lap. 3. It's curly, which isn't helping. 3 times. And then cut. Okay, so I'm gonna got my ends. I'm gonna stick it down. No, I'm gonna stick it down, and then I can do my knot. It'll be easier when it's fixed in place, not holding it in the right way. Okay, now I'm going to take my ends. Okay, I could do a bow, but I want to, as I said, I want a masculine card, And I think a knot is a bit more masculine than a bow. Okay, and then trim that. I wasn't using my ribbon scissors before. There we go. Right, let's, what time is it? He should be going in for his MRI now. Yeah, and then I'm going to pop some dimensionals. Whoops, that's the mini dimensionals. I don't want those. I want my regular dimensionals. Can't work out which way I'm going. A bit like me, upside down, back to front. Okay. And then just to brighten your day. So it's a really neutral card. And then, oh, my twine's finished. Okay. Sort that out in a minute. I've lost my dots. Where have my dots? Oh, there they are. Okay, so the secret seal white, maybe white. I've got white there, so let's go with some white. Oh, they're really stuck down. They don't want to come off. Okay. I don't know, it's, yeah, let's put a few more on because it's pretty neutral. I'll do them in a triangle. There we go. So there's card 3. Okay, so card 3, and I probably will put something like a piece of paper in there. Just you could write on that quite easily, but yeah, maybe it would have been better doing the secret C dots. I don't know. Too late now. Okay, and then this was card 2, and then this was card 1, which I really do. I think this is my favourite. I absolutely. Oh, look, see, I told you I hadn't finished cutting that one with scissors. This was my original. And then this one I've raised the thank you up onto dimensionals, which I think I prefer. So card 1, card 2, oh, sorry, they're not in big. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. Thank you very much for watching. We'll keep you posted. I can't remember what next week's Friday with Fiona should be. It will depend if I'm at the hospital, what's going on. So I will let you know. But thanks very much for all your support. It means an awful lot to me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Evening, everyone.